Yeah. I know my mic was muted. Um, since somebody in chat is asking for a refund rather than why I'm late, which I'm really not that much late, the last bit of this cold, or whatever the hell it was, is a digestive issue. And as I was sitting down to get ready for the stream, nature called. I didn't quite get to the finish line. I got to the pulling down the pants and halfway squatting and everything just let go. So I was cleaning my bathroom. Sorry for being late. And if you guys ever wanted evidence that I don't care what you think, I'm going to speak my mind. There it is. Yeah, I really don't care about being embarrassed anymore. Spent my entire life being shy. I was always heavy, always fat. Probably heard every fat joke out there pointed at me. I just, they still hurt, but I just not gonna show that I care anymore. So one of the reasons why I'm doing the stream is part of that. I'm not going to be embarrassed about talking to strangers anymore. That's thanks to Ukraine. No, not all of us. There's an Oompa Loompa in office at, yeah. I was watching In Time tonight, going through, listening to what was going on over there, and to all you preppers out there, get your bug out bag ready, because if the fit hits the shan, it's gonna happen quick. And just make sure it's ready. The peanut butter you got in your bag isn't expired. Dust the cobwebs out of your water purifier. Okay, that and congestion left from the I just made my lip bleed a little bit with that stupid freaking dry lip crap. So Sumi, air raid has been going off for 8 hours, 50 minutes. Hopefully it doesn't bleed too much on screen. Kharkiv, 8 hours, 50 minutes. Donetsk, 2 hours, 24 minutes. Thankfully, that is all the air alerts right now. Moving into the operational information, since I gave everybody TMI. Let's just continue with the information overload. As of 8 a.m., the 7th of March, regarding Russian invasion. As always, they start the report with Slava Ukraina. the 1108th day of the large-scale Russian invasion of Ukraine has begun. Yeah, that's nowhere near what that actually says, but it's close enough. In total, 146 combat clashes were recorded over the past day. According to updated information, yesterday the enemy carried out 89 airstrikes on the positions of Ukrainian units and settlements, dropping 149 guided aerial bombs. Russia also used 2,729 kamikaze drones to strike at Ukraine. Yeah, LJ, you have kids. I know you can handle that. In addition, Russia carried out more than 5,100 artillery strikes, with 194 of them being from multiple launch rocket systems. The aggressor carried out airstrikes in the areas of the settlements of Velika Rublista, Moristia, Yunakivka, Basivka in the Sumy region, Kramatorsk, Konstantinivka, Sukoviyar, Novopil, Zeleny Pol in the Donetsk region, Temrivka, Zaleznichny, Guliopol, Stepova, Platehachki, Plavini in the Zaporizhia region, and Milov. No, it's not pronounced like that. Milove in Kherson. Some of you will remember that name from my earlier stream, saying that would be like the perfect town to open a wedding resort in. Yeah. I'll go on the deep state map and show you where it was. I say was because, well, the town doesn't exist anymore. For the most part. The township's right here. Let me go over to the satellite map. The town's right here with this beautiful inlet to the old reservoir. And literally, like the views out from over the bluff, overlooking the water, is amazing. Oh, here, let's go even one better. Mlove. So, there's a view from right here that pretty much says it all. You know, you got the hills right behind you. And overlooking the Dnipro Reservoir that doesn't exist anymore. Now tell me this would not be an awesome location to do weddings at if it wasn't for Russia. So there's the town. Reservoir's right down there, so you can see that the hills would overlook the water. Have like a nice little gazebo on the top of the hill. Get the pictures of the wedding with the water as a backdrop. Oh yeah, flat, huh? Oh yeah, flat. Uh-huh. Thanks, Adam. I needed that one, yeah. go to the bridge. I think it's right about here. I mean, the roads were never in great shape in Ukraine. It's just, you know, where do you put the funding questions? But this is like a little, oh, I forgot what they're called, but mostly a land bridge where they've built up dirt, causeway. That's the word I was looking for. Most of this is a causeway that was built up, but there is a small bridge here. Maybe this is telling me I need to get on with the report. So let's go right into the town. Just a small town. Just pretty much any other Ukrainian town out there. But you see the bus stopping right here. You think there's nothing around, but let me back up. See if we can get a better angle. This is the town store. Just a little convenience store, like in somebody's house that they converted. I think that's the Nova Poshta. And then the town bar, restaurant, what have you. Cool little town. Like I said, be perfect for like a wedding resort. You know, it was a soap making factory right here. So you could easily snatch up this old soap factory, turned it into a nice little resort that was on the water, but unfortunately you can't anymore because, well, there's the updated picture. It's all mud flats. Anyways, that was a bit of a distraction, but yeah, Malovi. This was one of the towns I was looking at going to before the invasion. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know I was planning to go to Ukraine before the invasion happened. I wanted to go see the castles and stuff. And I saw the name and I thought that would be cool. I want to go get my picture next to like the sign that says "Welcome to Molove." My love in Ukraine. Well, it's still on my to-do list. Hopefully when it's not being in an active combat zone. Anyway, over the past day, aviation, missile troops, and artillery of the defense forces hit 17 areas of concentration of personnel and equipment. I have one of those on film for you. One electronic warfare means, and that was unfortunately all they hit today. Only 17 concentrations of personnel. In the Kharkiv direction, our troops repelled 4 enemy attacks in the Voschansk area. Going to deep state map. Let me put it back on the standard map because it's just easier to read for me. Coming up to Kharkiv. Voschansk is right here. Of course, Kharkiv. And coming over to Kupiansk. Where? Over the... In the Kupiansk direction over the past day, 2 attacks by the invaders took place. The defense forces repelled the enemy assaults near Zarazova. Coming back to the map, Kupiansk is here. And zooming in, Zarazova is right here. Heading to the south from there, Izium and okay, I'm going blind. Lemon. Another fun fact for you: Izium is the raisin city. If you look at the coat of arms for the city of Izium, it has grape bunches on it. Pretty cool history to the town of Izium. Anyways, in the Liman direction, the enemy attacked 16 times. He tried to advance near Ivanovka, Balka, Zdravka, Yampolivka, and in the direction of Hirohorivka. I'll have to hunt for that one because that's a new name for me. But Ivanivka, Yampolivka, Hirohorivka, and Balka Zakurka. Okay, let's see if we can find this new town location. Okay, I'm not seeing it, so let's cheat. Copy. So right across from Novi, near Novolubivka. So Novi, Novolubivka, and it's showing it as this town right here, but it's not on the deep state map. In the Service direction, the enemy attacked the positions of our defenders once in the area of the settlement of Bilogorivka. Coming to the south from Liman, southeast, more or less, Servisk, Bilogorivka is right here. Moving to the southwest, over to Kramatorsk, 13 clashes were recorded in the areas of the settlements of Chasev Yar and Stupochki. Slovansk, Kramatorsk, Konstantinivka, Chasev Yar, and Stupochki. Going directly to the south from Chasev Yar to the Torets direction, where the enemy carried out 33 assaults near Divlivka, Kremensky, Ozaryanka, Leondivka, and Toretsk itself. Coming to the south, of course, Toretsk, Divlivka, Kremensky, Leondivka, oh, I'm not seeing. Oh, Ozaryanka right over here. Oh, though basically all in this little area, 33 attacks. So from Leondivka to more than 2 attacks per kilometer of front line. 33 attacks into 14 kilometers. A lot of assaults. Moving over to the Pokrovsk direction, where our defenders stopped 19 assault and offensive actions of the aggressor in the areas of the settlements of Promin, Dashenki, Koptini, Nadivka, Ukali, and Andrivka. Definitely noticing a shift away from Pokrovsk and towards other directions. Let's go into Pokrovsk and Mirolubivka, Promin, Dashenki, Koptini, Udachny, Andrivka, and Ukali. And there's another one in there that I forgot, Nadivka. Nadivka, where are you? Huh. Okay, I'm being blind again, or do you guys see it? I need to remember to go to live chat. And YouTube is having a hissy fit, so sorry for any buffering that's happening. Let's just skip that town for now and move on to the Novopavlivka direction, where the defense forces repelled 5 attacks on the positions of our troops near Constantinople, Skudini, and Berlatsky. Novopavlivka is here. Constantinople, Skudini, Berlatsky. Oh, my tummy is bubbly, so I may need to skip over to Zelensky's speech while I run to the restroom. Let me try and get through in the Guliopol direction. The enemy attacked 5 times in the areas of Pravilny and Novosilka. In Orhiv direction, our defenders repelled 11 enemy attempts to advance in the areas of Malotogmaka, Maloserbachku, Nestoryanka, Kremensky, and Platihachki.
Вогневі групи нашої армії, окремо підрозділи 160-ї зенітної ракетної Одеської бригади, 208-ї зенітної ракетної Херсонської бригади і 540-ї зенітної ракетної Львівської бригади. Молодці, воїни! Дуже активно працюємо і над тим, щоб не допустити жодних дефіцитів у постачанні і для захисту життя. Міністр оборони України Умєров зараз знаходиться фактично у безперервному відрядженні, постійно на зустрічах і в комунікації з партнерами заради нових пакетів підтримки. І протиповітряна оборона – це, звісно, перший пріоритет. Сьогодні цей удар Росії по нашій енергосистемі, по наших цивільних об'єктах відбувся так буденно для Росії, так підло і так цинічно, як і завжди. Наче взагалі немає жодних намагань України і світу закінчити цю війну. Україна готова до миру якнайшвидше. Ми запропонували конкретні кроки і кожен день нові російські удари. І сама реальність доводять, що саме Росію треба примушувати до миру, до зупинки війни, до реальної дипломатії, до гарантування безпеки і до надійного тривалого миру. Я дякую всім, хто допомагає Україні, усім, хто підтримує нашу державу, наших людей, нашу оборону і просто правду. І ще кілька речей. За цей тиждень ми значно збільшили підтримку в Європі. І по лінії ЄС, і від окремих країн. І є особливо сильне рішення від Норвегії по фінансуванню нашої стійкості. Рівень анонсованої допомоги в цьому році збільшено до 7,7 мільярдів доларів. І більша частина буде спрямована на виробництво зброї в Україні. І це дуже допоможе. Я дякую. Очікуємо також рішення інших країн Північної Європи. Франція прискорить свою безпекову допомогу. Нідерланди готові інвестувати 700 мільйонів євро у виробництво дронів. Є нові вже рішення балтійських друзів щодо підтримки. Є хороші безпекові домовленості з президентом ЄС Коштою і президенткою Єврокомісії фон дер Ляєн. Готуємось до зустрічі на рівні керівників генеральних штабів у Франції. Ми продовжуємо працювати з нашими партнерами, які хочуть миру, так само хочуть, як і ми, над відповідними кроками. І наступного тижня буде дуже багато роботи тут, в Європі, з Америкою, в Саудівській Аравії. Ми готуємо зустріч, щоб прискорити мир і зробити сильними основи безпеки. Сьогодні увесь день на різних рівнях триває найбільш інтенсивна робота з командою президента Трампа за весь час. Багато дзвінків, тематика зрозуміла, мир якнайшвидше, безпека якнадійніше. Україна налаштована максимально конструктивно. Дякуємо всім, хто нам допомагає. Слава Україні!
Героям слава. Oh. Hey, sometimes we hit nothing but net. Sometimes we try to shoot the three-pointers. Talking about the aid agreement from Netherlands and a few other things about the drones, ballistic missiles from last night. We'll get into that when we come back to Telegram. Let's try and finish off the report. I believe I just finished Guliopol, and in the Orhiv direction, our defenders repelled 11 enemy attempts to advance in the areas of Malatomaka, Malaserbashku, Nestoryanka, Kremensky, and Plahitaku. Yeah, because the Y is a U, like in Ukraine. So Plahitaku. Platahaku. Okay. Geez, am I still streaming? Oh, not seeing anything. Don't make me mute you, Mertzy. I will. Coming over to Orhiv. Malaserbashki, Malatomaka, Kamiansky, and Pyatikachku. Okay. It's easier when you see the correct spelling rather than Google's messed up translated spelling. The enemy did not conduct an offensive operation in Dnipropetrovsk direction. Always good news. In the operational zone in Kursk, units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine repelled 32 Russian attacks over the past 24 hours. In addition, the enemy launched 27 assault strikes using 35 guided bombs and also carried out 467 artillery attacks on the positions of our troops and settlements, including 26 artillery strikes from MLRSs. No signs of the formation of offensive enemy groups were detected in the Volyn or Polizia directions. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and actively undermine the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. For some reason, I am disconnected from chat and it says I'm not able to reconnect. So let me try this a different way. YubTub. Me. Live. Pause. No pause. There we go. So yay, I got chat back. So let's see, what's the last thing I saw on the other one? BB saying that hurt. Oh wow, that's a while ago. Yeah, run, can't you run, you bastards. Buffering again. Yeah, it seems to have straightened out now. Let's see, can I pop chat out? Pop out chat. There we go. So I can go back to that screen. Go to pop out. No, on my streaming screen, I mean, I'm literally froze with Mitch saying, LOL, that can be fighting words. It's not a scroll issue. It's, here, I'll show you. Chat disconnected. Please wait. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. Scroll, scroll, scroll. So, it is what it is. Let me get back to hiding underneath all the other screens. So there's not that big chat. Chat. No, not new tab. There's chat. Yeah, YouTube being YouTube. It is what it is. Let's see. Now getting back to now that I can see what you guys are saying. It goes into the losses of the Russians. And it, of course, ends with join the defense forces. Switch back to Ukrainian. Razom переможемо. Slava Ukraina. So, again, I just want to point this out. Razom переможемо. Or there's the other saying, Razom do переможемо. Translate this back over. Together we will win. And the do переможемо is until victory. So it's a similar saying. It's just a little bit different. I got an image on Telegram for that, so I won't cover that just yet. Give you guys a preview of things to come as we scroll back to the beginning of the day. Got quite a few videos out today. I do have a bit of U.S. politics, 3 posts here that I want to kind of cover because, well, it pertains to Ukraine. Back to more video, update in Kursk. It's not the greatest news. And here we are at the beginning of the day with the drones and missiles from last night. Russia launched 67 missiles. 35 were shot down. They also launched 194 UAVs. 100 were shot down. 86 drones were lost due to electronic warfare, leaving only 8 to get through. Statistics on what was shot down missile-wise: 25 out of 35 X-101 cruise missiles, 8 out of 8 Caliber cruise missiles, 0 of 3 Iskander-Ms ballistic missiles, 0 of 4 S-300 anti-aircraft missiles. Yes, Russia is using missiles designed to shoot down aircraft against buildings in Ukraine. That's how desperate Russia is for equipment right now. 1 of 8 of the Kinzhal 59 missiles launched from aircraft, and 100 Shahed type strike UAVs. French Mirage 2000 fighter, which arrived in Ukraine just a month ago, took part in repelling the enemy air attack for the first time. I have pictures for you. In addition, up to 10 enemy missiles, not included in the statistics of those shot down, did not reach their targets for unknown reasons at this point. All in all, I think a fairly good showing of Ukrainian air defense. Before I go any farther, because I know you guys are hearing the noise in the background. But first, this is the view out my window. Yeah, we got 4 inches of snow last night. So as Russia was raining missiles and drones, Mother Nature was raining snow on me in the middle of spring. But that's not why I went to Discord. I'm doing a print for somebody that seems to always be dropping their phone. And this is the print that's going on behind me. A little phone holder with the Ukrainian trident. So I'll get that off in the mail soon. And speaking of getting things off in the mail, so I wanted to go back to this one. Oh, that's not the good picture. There's the better picture. I'll close that one. 4 of these sets have been requested already. So I got them all printed up. I just need to do some cleanup on them. And one is already shipped out. The other 3 are in process. Just need to clean up the tridents. The large tridents, these ones here. And I will get those sent out on Monday. Why Monday? Because my post office doesn't operate on Saturdays. So just a little bit of heads up with what's going on behind the scenes. I won't say names because, well, I didn't ask if they wanted to be named or not, so I won't say it just in case they didn't. But thank you for the support and help with my project. We were on here and just got done with the drones. Ternopil, rescuers extinguished a fire at a critical infrastructure facility that occurred as a result of the Russian attack. There were no injuries, thankfully. This was Ternopil was an electric substation, I believe. A gas distribution center for people's, cooking stove and stuff was hit in Poltava. And yeah, it wasn't a fun night for Ukraine. Thankfully, things are looking, well, especially with Sumi just going off air alert, much, much better today. So I'll take the small gains where I can get them. So for the first video, Russians are essentially bayonet charging FPV drones, trying to high-five them. With a note here to me of not showing the last one on YouTube. Here is the video. Let me get this to full screen and enjoy the comedy that is Russians trying to fight an FPV drone.
Высоко в небі тінь хижака, безшумний удар не буде шанса. Рота фаворит очі війни, бачимо ціль, знищує вбить. Дідон, відчиняйте вашу хату, летить дрон. Фаворит розносить кашу, підер зрешиш зілом. Дим на полях, то палає десь ворожий танк. Фаворита праси готує птаха на новий ламах. Бам-бам, і москалика вже нема. Ой-ой, а де ще його нема? FPV плюс дрона скейт робить новий кіт. Затребкіли москалі, тут працює фаворит. І у небі над землею нашою скронею. Маю безпілотні апарати дальні. Хто прийшов сюди в похід, на нього були летальні.
Throwing rocks, swinging at it like a baseball. I'm going to stop it there. If you guys played Unreal Tournament, Ultra Kill. And let's move on from there. The first volunteers from the 18 to 24 program. Well, let me translate this so I can quote it exactly. The first volunteers who joined the Army under the contract 18 to 24 program have already received their first payments. This is a video from the guys in the 95th Brigade. They weren't dragged off in a truck. They volunteered to join the Army, and they're getting their first payments for joining. Probably their first paycheck ever.
Гроші прийшли, але їх немає де тратити. Ми зараз в лісі. Збираюсь купити батькам дом, купити автівку та відкрити якийсь бізнес.
Прийшли. Матеріальне забезпечення не було головною ціллю цього контракту.
Мені вже прийшли гроші. 197, 3 гривні за комісію, ну то нічого. Куплю собі або квартиру, телефон і скину там бабусі або сестрі.
Як полагається. Даже смс ще є 197. Там комісія, але це нічого такого страшного.
Щоб збрехати на процентів 30, так, хотілося б якогось хорошого забезпечення. В першу чергу на свою амуніцію, на свій захист, другий автомобіль, щоб хлопцями на ті самі позиції під'їхати, поближче щось перевезти. Ну і друге допомога батькам.
Перша частина прийшла сьогодні. Ні, гроші не були основною мотивацією. Я знав, куди я йду, я знав, що мене чекає. Нічого неможливо.
So I don't know if you caught. Let me see if I can go back and pause it.
Або
Це як полагається. Даже смс ще є.
So 197,000 hryvnia. I'm going to grab the calculator. Just 1970 41.4 right now is exchange rate. So $4,758.45. That's his sign-up bonus for joining the army. Unfortunately, we have some bad news coming out of Kursk. Russians have broken the defense lines of Ukraine in this area and have been pushing towards the Ukrainian border. They're trying to cut this road line and with it the logistics to supply the rest of the army in Kursk. For the most part, it is about half of it's been stabilized. So this part so far has been stabilized, but there is heavy fighting in this area trying to push up towards this road from this direction. And you know, as you can see, there's the main road is up here, but this is a secondary supply road. Russia could make this more difficult if they take that road, limiting Ukraine's supply to just this one highway. Of course, there is always the possibility of a Ukrainian counterattack to cut off the troops in this pocket. We'll just have to wait and see how this develops. And of course, North Korean troops are involved in this attack. You know, keep the guys in your thoughts tonight. It is 6 minutes till 6 o'clock in the morning in Ukraine. You know, keep those guys in your thoughts because this is the time of day where it seems like all the assaults are happening in the early dawn. Anyways, from bad news to a really good video. Happy birthday on the front lines. You had to crap on me, but it's done. Not bad, only an 8-hour print. Speaking of birthdays, well, in a roundabout way, you know, the candle, well, I got to show you this guy's first. Birthday at the Musicians in Toretsk. Instead of cake, there's a sandwich, and that's for good luck. The candle is a trench candle, but the wish is made. And speaking of wishes for people, I'll let the person in chat that's going to be getting this say if they want to mention it. But the phone holder is done. So now somebody can not have any excuse for dropping their phone all the time. Now 7 hours, 54 minutes, and 32 seconds. So I have a question for you guys. Does this count as a mothership or a carrier? FPV drones launched from a naval drone hit Russian OSA AKM and Strela 10 air defense systems behind the enemy lines. Here is the video. What's a siblat? I know what a sukablat is, but what's a splat? Splat? Judging by the reactions in chat, I might need to put the phone holder on the fundraiser as well. I got a few videos from the Russian side today. Here's the first one of the Russian Maverick watching the Russian soldier get taken out by an FPV with commentary from the Russians. You wanted Russian curse words? Here you go. They're telling the guy to get out of there, get up, run, run.
Все. Связа. Все. Да, он прям
If you needed the translation,
оторвал.
oh shit, what the hell, or what the fuck,
Да, обе ноги оторвало, походу. Пидорас.
well, Nunu covered it earlier. What's Nunu asking? Goddamn top chat. I'll go back to that just because this is the last update that we've been given. Russians have pushed almost completely to the Ukrainian border. We go to the deep state map. We see that the road is, there's a road line right here for supplies into this area. So yeah, if this road gets cut off, basically supplies are not going to be easy for this area. Last report I have heard is that things were starting to stabilize at the point of the attacks, and what they have done instead is increase pressure along the flanks to try and widen the gap. Ukrainians are planning a counterattack to try and close the gap and encircle this group. Unfortunately, it's a waiting game. Yeah, it is. Because he cut off intel, and the intel could have showed them that this was being planned. So yeah, you want to blame Trump, go right ahead. I won't begrudge you one bit for doing so. So, mothership or carrier? Yeah, repelling Russian assaults. I'll get the translation because I don't remember the unit. Repelling a Russian air attack by fighters of the Vostok PVK today, March 7th. So this was this morning, shooting down Shaheeds and missiles. Here's the video.
Єсть! Збили! Збили! Є збиття!
So that was this morning during the missile and drone attack on Ukraine last night. And I wanted to show you this because this is from Operational ZCU Telegram channel, the official Telegram channel for the armed forces, posting these. Donald Trump tweeting out, based on the fact that Russia is absolutely pounding Ukraine on the battlefield right now, I'm strongly considering large-scale banking sanctions, and tariffs on Russia until a ceasefire and final settlement agreement on peace is reached. To Russia and Ukraine, get to the table now before it's too late. So finally, about fucking time, Trump, talking about doing something against Russia. Thank you. Smack a little more sense into his fat head. Like I said, I'll take the wins where we can get them. If he does, even threatening, strongly considering, I'm going to take the small win here. I'm going to take the small win here because it's all I got. It's all we get. I know, but I understand that, Cypher. I'm, the old saying, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. This is my hope. Republicans pressure Trump to lift ban on military aid and intelligence to Ukraine. They warn that a prolonged suspension of American aid would have serious negative effects. The senators recognize that Trump has the right to temporarily suspend arms supplies to Ukraine to assess the war and pressure NATO allies to increase their contributions. Also create a window for negotiations on peace agreement between Ukraine and Russia. But they warned that stopping the flow of weapons and ammunition to Ukraine for too long could have a devastating impact on Ukraine's combat capability, undermining its leverage in negotiations with Russia. Intelligence sharing must be restored immediately. Those who raise this issue ask what the United States stands to gain by depriving Ukraine of critical battlefield intelligence. I'm not saying there's hope, but there's a glimmer of it. This is what Ukrainians are hearing. This is what Ukrainians are talking about. And Axios, citing a senior White House official, reports that Trump is angry, and his anger has been growing in recent days because he wants to bring the parties to a ceasefire, and the Russian strikes on Ukraine, in turn, do not reduce the degree of escalation. Not a ray of sunshine and a ray of hope, but a glimmer, just like a little speck on the horizon. I know, don't get me wrong, I'm not a Trump fan, but at least there's some stuff happening that might, I'm not religious either, but I'm going to be praying that this continues. And just to poke fun at Trump a little bit more, real border security. Maybe Trump needs to take a lesson from Ukraine. Why? Because in Sumy, border guards, together with their subordinates, recorded the movement of 3 catsups who crossed the state border. This is how Ukraine does border security. I know that's a bad joke, but I went with it anyways. Yeah, who needs a wall when you have a wall of artillery? That would go over well, wouldn't it, on Mexico border? And as promised, one of those strikes against a concentration of enemy forces is caught on video here. Translate. Behind Cherkasky, behind Kiev, hitting a training ground with Muscovites somewhere in the south with a HIMARS cluster munition. Here is the video. Oh. It looks like 4 vehicles and 10.
Це вам за Черкаське, це вам за Кривий Ріг.
Oh, yeah, yesterday my as I call my Senator Mike Rounds. Yes, he's a Republican every Thursday. He did not take my call this week. I wonder why. Ukrainians continue to hit the support systems for Russian troops in Russia. Starodub in Bryansk, locals claim that the plane went to the factory, but they did not say which one. Wiki claims that there are cheese factories and canneries there. The Russians write that the attack plant was... Fuck you, I'm not pronouncing that. 7 explosions were reported as a result of the attack with Hell rocket drones. Oh, okay. The plant produces dry rations for the Russian armed forces. Since when did the Ukrainians start doing favors for the Russian soldiers? First time for everything, I guess. We've seen their ration packs. If I was a Russian soldier, I'd be cheering that this place got fucking blown up. Fighters of the Special Reconnaissance Company of the 1st Special Operations Battalion of the Buvary National Guard conducts raids behind the enemy lines and takes prisoners. Here is their video. Okay, I just want to back that up for a second. Those shots you're seeing right there is the Russian firing out of the dugout at the Ukrainians. Hey, smart Russians. I wouldn't say always, but seems to be a lot of it. It ranges from heavy metal to rock and roll or to techno dance. This is what it looks like when a Russian X-101 missile is shot down by a French Mirage 2000. Again, these Mirages were just transferred to Ukraine less than a month ago. And here is the pictures. Unfortunately, no video. Oh. So, Splash 1 Russian missile. Another video from the Russians today, going to check on somebody that has a concussion after an FPV hit their vehicle. Here is the video. Hold on, hold up, wait a minute. That's the windshield from the car. Look how far away that freaking car is, and there's the windshield. Somebody went flying. Concussion. Dang. Well, it looks like it was the driver that got thrown because the passenger door is open. I would love to show you this one. It's a continuation of the video from the Special Operations Forces in the Syrubyansk Forest. Intelligence gathering after the fact, but it shows a little too much. So if you want to see the video, go on to the Telegram channel. Links in the description below. And the third video I have of from the Russian side of things is an episode from the assault on our positions by Putin's stormtroopers, Syrubyansk Forest, during which this whole thing was just not washed, but literally bathed in blood. Whether any of the orcs managed to survive, history is silent. Yeah, if you can't handle this video, be ready to hit the mute button. Yeah, sleeping Russian, yeah, again, be ready to hit the mute if it gets too much for you. But here is the video from first the Russian side and then the Ukrainian drone side.
Скажи, у нас тяжелый. Осколочный у тебя. Куда попало?
You're starting to hear the artillery coming in.
Блядь, не скажи, что куда попало? Ему в спину быстрее. Да, РПГ. Да что ж ты будешь делать-то, блядь? По нам РПГ работает. Не надо резать, не надо резать. После выхода. Уходи! Кто это? Все. Стоп! Куда попало? Все, бегом! Бегом! Куда тебе, братан? Куда?
I'd love to say I feel sorry for those guys, but unfortunately, at this stage in the game, empathy. Fighting is getting kind of heavy in Chasiv Yar. Video from the 24th Brigade. Go back to the beginning. Let me just back that up a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 armored vehicles. You see early morning. No, it doesn't seem to be YouTube this time, Nunu. Not this time. Or not for me, from me anyways. So that was repelling one assault in Chasiv Yar. Go back. On Kramatorsk, 13 assaults took place in Chasiv Yar yesterday. So, 13 of those assaults per day. Yeah, YouTube's telling me my connection is excellent. So, unless YouTube's taking a page from Donald Trump and lying to me. Message from Zelensky to his people today.
Люди різних професій із різних куточків нашої країни, але однаково сильні й мужні, однаково самовіддані. Саме люди, усі українці та українки, своїми вчинками і діями, підтримкою та допомогою зберегли державність і незалежність України. Щодня і щоночі, 24/7, вони віддають свої сили та час, щоб наша держава жила. Наші воїни – найкращі та найсміливіші. Хоробрість українських захисників і захисниць надихає світ і наближає справедливий і тривалий мир для всіх. Наші медики, рятувальники, енергетики, вчителі, волонтери – усі, хто живе і працює в Україні. Дякуємо всім вам. У цьому і є Україна, у кожному та кожній із вас, у людях, які не здаються і нікому і ніколи не віддадуть свою державу. Слава Україні!
Героям слава! During a meeting with Putin, the mother of a deceased Russian soldier admitted to abducting a child from occupied Kherson and taking them to Russia. On national Russian TV. Another example of a heinous violation of human rights by Russia and its people.
Самый первый нашей гуманитарной поездки в Херсонскую область мы там нашли свою дочку. Сейчас она уже в семье, пока что под опекой. Мы над этим работаем, но для нас это солнышко наше. Это, понимаете, в нашу семью вернулся 4 годика, в нашу семью вернулся кусочек счастья.
There isn't subtext for that one, unfortunately. But she's basically sitting there smiling about how she got her child from Ukraine. Or, truthfully, that she abducted a child from Ukraine and she's so happy about it. Gentleman sharing his nightly commute in Odessa.
Вот тут прилет, вот. Пиздец! Пиздец!
More of that later. Well, here's the later. One more time. Just trying to get home from work. They're all on the Telegram channel, Adam. You're welcome to go there and download them, any ones you want. This isn't a Russian video. This is a Ukrainian driving home from work in Odessa. Video from the ration factory in Bryansk. There's people coming with trash bags to loot the food. Okay, this isn't damage from the drones. This is the people breaking the wall so they can get into the factory. And of course, okay, put your drinks down. Because this one's going to be funny. Relatives of a Russian soldier that died received gifts from the Russian government. Wait, I'm waiting to see who recognizes what that is. Sometimes you just can't write this shit. Ding, ding, ding. Mitch Ashdown wins the prize. Eyes and Sting. Oh, guess who this video's from? Yeah, it's a meat grinder. Can you imagine that? Your husband gets sent to war and you sit there and smile about receiving a meat grinder after he's sent into a meat wave attack. Oh man, I mean, you just can't write shit like that. Anyways, let's go into the video from Maddie.
Куди побіг? Цей хробачий шпотається у мішки з стирчащими кутявками. Цікаво, що у тих 8 пакунках. Куть-куруть бос-молос. А тут тіпок заникався. Аж не видно його, але пілота не наєбеш. Тепер увага. Бруском. По дрону ми ще не ловили. Пам'ятаєте, були і каски, і автомати, навіть протитанкові міни летіли в OPV. Спробу до колекції. А тепер черга дрончика. Цей просто лісом
Помилився, Сомари. А цей люто небезпечний.
You can run, you can hide, but I'm gonna find you.
Ну та й йо. Бажаю здоров'я, по дрону у кожну пробачу макітру. Проект Йодей, Птахів Мадяра, зведення за 48 годин, 4-5 березня. Щоденними штурмами на Донбасі на будь-якому відтинку нікого не здивуєш. Зупинити їх на підступах задача для пілотів та арти. Так було цього разу, 3 танчика були зупинені, а пізніше спалені. Повні штурмовиків гребли. Норм покоштовували. Та було файно. Акцент 48 годин, що минули, поповнення піхоти у хробаків. Ми такої любимо. Результат відразу відповідний. Готові? 93 йоблика за 48 годин, мазафака. Усі верифіковані та підтверджені. То рівненько одна повна рота. Але за 48 годин. Але рота. І так треба вийти на щоденний показник. Байки, шмайки, усе пересувне цур'я, на котрому хробаки рухаються, шинкою горіло. Вони криші, до речі, зрізають зараз на всьому транспорті, і стрільці їздять стоячи, відстрілюючись від дронів. Такий собі кінетичний рух. По укриттям багато никається. Жалимо, але порахувати не можемо. Нет тіла, нет діла. Але й укриття більше нет. Інколи частково, інколи повністю нет. Зараз прикол буде. О, цей за тазиком ховався. Ну.
Okay, hold on. I want to just watch this one right here.
Зараз прикол буде.
Oh, I backed it up too far.
О, цей за тазиком
He's trying to use
Ну.
a wash basin
Бенц, а тепер зовні Тома.
against that explosion.
Бліндажик з дверями бронь, але відкриті. От такі ураження ми фіксуємо як ураження укриття. Незалежно, що є фільмування, як туди заскокує хробачня. Не видно тушки, вважай, випоровся у тучку. Тепер статистика. Протягом 4-5 березня пілотами 414 окремої бригади птахів Мадяра здійснено 1341 бойовий виліт різними типами засобів. Нанесено 408 уражень дронами FPV. 265 незабутніх привітів зловили хробаки вночі. Якраз зараз спостерігаєте. Від нічних докторів-бомберів. Весільні дрони налітали 661 рейс у каруселях. Розвідкрила, знайшли 54, вибачте, цілі, але вітер заважав, о, там складик був з БК, добренько гепнув. Заважав вітер виконанню. Проведено також 56 сесій дистанційного.
Okay, I'm sorry to pause this again, but sometimes you have to appreciate the beauty even in the darkest of things.
54, вибачте, цілі, але вітер заважав, о, там складик був.
That is cool. The limbs of the tree getting backlit by the explosion. You know, a horror of war, but I like to see my beauty in it.
Добренько гепнув. Заважав вітер виконанню. Проведено також 56 сесій дистанційного мінування. Результатом тих двіжук за 48 годин пілотами птахів Мадяра уражено та знищено 282 унікальні ворожі цілі. Основа – 54 одиниці техніки та засобів та 93 одиниці хробаків-йобликів, про що я вже вам казав вище. Окреме роз'яснення. Ой, то смачно нічні доктори працювали, то буде що.
YouTube is telling me everything's fine on my end,
Окреме
so
роз'яснення.
I might have
Наскільки
to
проект
F5 here.
13 йобликів нікуди не дівся. Зробили 30 серій, тепер пауза трохи, адже тупо нема часу. Матеріала дуже багато, а аналітиків хрен до підрозділу, блядь, напросишся. Та що казати, усі ревуть від долбойобів з ТЦК, я не можу бригаду будівельників набрати в армію, хоча їх праця дуже потрібна і важлива. Усі авать на Чехах, авать на стройках Ужгорода та Львову під дахами недоторканих чертів кончених. Купола працювали.
Okay, I sorry to do this again, but I gotta back it up. So see if anybody else recognizes the tune I'm going to play or try to sing here. I won't sing it because I'll just try. Use
Аналітиків хрен до підрозділу, блядь,
the
напросишся.
one that
Та що казати,
we
усі
use.
ревуть від долбойобів з ТЦК, я не можу бригаду будівельників набрати в армію, хоча їх праця дуже потрібна і важлива. Усі авать на Чехах, авать на стройках Ужгорода та Львову під дахами недоторканих чертів кончених. Купола працювали, Херсон і Покровськ, 18 виявлених, 14 знищених, вітер заважав, пробачня літало мало. Херсон, овер до хрена дронів, 58 виявлено, 28 знищено. Сумарно 76 дронів FPV ворожих виявлено, 42 з котрих знищено. Така собі статистика, але працює вам тихою та спокійною, очі та жало, пробачі жар. Честь.
So that is the update from Madiar and his birds. But guess what? That is from the 4th and the 5th. He also gave us another video for the 5th to the 6th. 2 in 1 day. Woohoo. Oh, Linda's on the meat grinder part right now. Well, here is the second video from Madiar, and hopefully my cheeks can stand another Madiar video.
Хроніки копаного меча той
Oh, buffer.
хробак точно не читав.
Yeah, kicking is going to help.
Але виборов номінацію «Йоблик дня» поза конкуренції. Навряд той новий досвід стане йому у нагоді, але спробу зараховано.
That's one way to get a pedicure.
Патрону кожну пробачу макітру, проект «В'йодей» птахів Мадяра, зведення за 24 години 6 березня, що минуло. Доба насичена нахабними спробами хробаків рухатися, коштували від 4 танків та 4 броні для початку. Ну-ка. Пададжага! Стоп, сол, контрол. Ще консерва. А ще одненька. Та ще одна. Лови піздю. Плюс один.
Oh, more buffering on my side. Sorry.
Козаки, лишіть щось нічним докторам гонцелити. У тихому ахуї пробачі шоферили у ватів. Ловили піздю на глибині 23 кілометри від смуги. Ярик воділа побачить і підтвердить, да, храбак? Тарантаски, буханці, перевізники провіанту, БК та піхоти чисто на фарт грибуть. Йоблики за добу 35. Не 93,
Can't I, Vlad?
але цеглинка до цеглинки, весь березень попереду. Штучку перетнемо собро. Послідовність типова, прибув, побігав у пакет. На-на! Пов! Буде шкода. Ай, таке все. Динамічне.
Yeah, YouTube's throwing up errors now.
Летів.
Let me pause this, and while I have this paused and wait for YouTube to unfuck itself. Utopia, Canty's Corner. We'll come back to that. Oh. So there it is in Canty's Corner on Utopia for you, Vlad. We're back to good connection, or so they say. Let me back this up.
Попереду. Штучку перетнемо собро. Послідовність типова. Прибув, побігав у пакет. На-на! Повз! Будаль шкода. Ай, таке все. Динамічне. Трохи укриттів, а в основному йоблики-поблики. Таке все зруйноване. Дрони Мавіки за 2 дня 4 рази вдалося збити. Нічна двіжуха то окрема субкультура, нічний доктор пиздить усе на своєму шляху. Хробаки, що залишаються в тимчасовому справі, у щирому захваті суддя з перехоплень. Оптоволокно ректальні тури здійснює, доганяючи до самої гортанки на виворіт у кадрі БМП. Була. Ну та нічні йоблики, то наша головна ціль. Чакабоні. Статистику даю, поки йобликів нічних дивитеся. 706 бойових вильотів здійснено, 239 уражень FPV. Нанесено 124 ураження нічними бомберами та здійснено 32 сесії дистанційного мінування. Весільні дрони бригади виконали 343. Оце потужня була.
There's a nice one.
Совчисько. 343.
BB's missing all the good explosions.
Наші чарівні цукерки, ви підряд 3 побачили. В результаті відпрацювань знищено уражено 128 унікальних цілей ворога. Серед чутливих 35 одиниць йобликів особового складу, казав вже, 34 одиниці техніки та засобів хробаків. 4 танка, 4 БМП, БТР та ББМ, граната, міномет, спецтехніка, БТС-4, до речі, караван з 9 вантажівок, 6 латів, мото, фото, дрото і таке інше. 128 цілей за добу, це значно менше середньостатистичного трафіку 160-200 одиниць, але концентрація техніки та йобликів приємна. Тихої та спокійної, очі та жало, рубачий жах.
Well, there is the second. That was the second video from Madhyar today. And unfortunately, only 2 videos left to go. Here is a video from Third Assault. Well, you know the old saying, Grunge. Better to be pissed off than pissed on. Unless you're Trump. You know, that whole video in Moscow with him sleeping in the same hotel room as Obama and Michelle. Yeah. If you know, you know. The last video I have for you today is from the 46th Brigade in Zaporizhia. Here is the update from the 46th Brigade.
Мы около недели жили с ними и выполняли вместе с ними боевые задачи. День смотрели, как они работают, потом они уже начали допускать по одному нас к своей пушке. Вот, показывали, как работать, как стрелять, что нужно делать, нюансы. Противник был в Марьинке и штурмовал нас на броне, выезжая из Марьинки, а там одна единственная дорога. И было очень легко как бы подлавливать колонны противника прямо на выезде из Марьинки. Там была дежурная цель, называлась перекресток у нас. То есть, когда видели, что едет колонна, пушки наводились на этот перекресток, ну и старались остановить противника конкретно там. Плюс Георгиевка, Максимилиановка, то есть эти все позиции были наши, они были относительно спокойны. Там очень хорошо работали наши саперы. И первое время, пока эти все дороги были заминированы, штурмы удавалось отбивать довольно-таки успешно. Но с каждым новым штурмом они, когда на 50, когда на 100 метров, когда на 200, проезжали дальше, дальше, дальше. С каждым новым подбитым танком как бы мы лишались одной-двух наших ТМ. И с каждым разом они продвигались все больше, больше, больше. Саперам становилось все сложнее минировать дороги, которые они же своими танками подбитыми уже разминировали. И вот так потихоньку они продвигались. И там уже, да, начались сложности. Очень тяжело выбрать такую позицию, чтобы она и по дальности позволяла выполнять поставленные задачи, и по дальности была относительно безопасна для личного состава и вооружения, и для подвоза БК, то есть для машин и водителей, которые подвоз БК и провизии делают на позиции. Вот это вот ключевое, выбрать такую позицию, найти золотую середину и для выполнения боевых задач, и для збереження особового складу та ОВТ. Вот. У нас все ребята как бы знают свою работу. Даже если кто-то не замотивирован, то у него есть работа, он ее выполняет. То есть кто-то на мотивации, кто-то просто. Ну, каждый знает свое дело. Приказы не отдаются, ставятся задачи. Я понимаю, что я вот пришел добровольцем в 22 году, все остальные пришли добровольцами, точно так же вместе со мной. Я взрослый мужик, они точно такие же взрослые мужики. О каких приказах может...
Making tea on the front, that's rough.
Да, конечно. Конечно. Новенькие тоже приходят, но... Да нет, пасификованных нет у нас. Может быть, кто-то приходил, да, по врученным повесткам ТЦК, но его точно не запихивали, его бусик силком. Вот. Поэтому приказы не ставятся, ставятся задачи. Мужики, сегодня надо сделать то-то, то-то. Что-что?
Отказники есть?
Нет, нет. СЗЧ, да. СЗЧ, да.
Как думаешь, почему идут в СЗЧ?
Да, кто-то боится, кто-то еще что-то. У кого-то семейные проблемы. Кто-то заебался, кто-то не выдерживает действительно вот этого всего движника.
They're the only ones that bleep out the cuss words. I don't know why.
СЗЧ уже как-то обидно. В СЗЧ надо было идти в первую неделю, тогда не обидно. А так уже 3 года почти, какое СЗЧ. Сейчас патриотизм, он остался, он где-то есть, но он уже превратился в рутину и в работу. То есть сейчас на патриотизме нужно приходить новоприбывшим. Вот, как-то их мотивировать именно патриотизмом, защитой своей семьи, своего дома, своих земель, освобождения уже захваченных земель. А для меня это уже превратилось в работу. То есть я уже не задумываюсь ни о патриотизме, я просто делаю работу. У меня, в принципе, неплохо получается, и я и делаю. Ну, я считаю, что армия, конечно, срочная служба в мирное время, это нужно всем обязательно, а война это страшно. Поэтому тут дело каждого. И каждому нужно для себя решить, в какой стороне он хочет жить, хочет ли он, чтобы его семью, пока он на работе, а семья дома, прилетела ракета. Каждому для себя надо решить, что он хочет защищать, хочет ли он. Ну, или дальше жить на авось, надеяться, что эта ракета не прилетит во Львов, в Киев, в Полтаву или еще куда-нибудь. Вот. Ну, либо не надеяться на авось, а взять волю в кулак и пойти что-то делать. Бездействие никогда не даст результата.
That was the update from the 46th Brigade. Sorry I wasn't paying attention much. I'm just wondering if I should send this to, well, I think LJ gave it away earlier that now let me go over to full screen. So I think LJ gave it away that this is for her. But I just noticed something. That's really sharp. I'm basically sending a weapon to a stressed out woman. Maybe I should file it down before I send it. Let's go back to scene, and rather than looking at that, let's get the flag back in view. Unfortunately, that is the last video I have, but there is more updates. As a result of massive UA attack on Odessa, several objects were damaged, including critical infrastructure. The attack started fires in a hangar with agricultural machinery, a service station, a car dealership. The fire also affected solar panels stacked in an open area and a 4-story industrial building. Critical infrastructure was also damaged. According to preliminary data, there is no victims or injuries, thankfully. But here is the pictures from Odessa tonight with a video. So we'll see the video last. You know, very historic buildings going up in Odessa. Wee woo, wee woo. What you're seeing here at the end is an increased threat went off. Russia trying to do a double tap, so all the emergency crews are getting away from the location of the hit, just in case it is a double tap. Um, I did not see any info on Zaporizhia today, Grunge. Dobropilia. You know, 5 people were killed, 15 wounded. A lot of crap about Trump. Story from Bloomberg. Shit about the Trump. More shit about Trump.